What's up, guys? It is Sunday, January 29th. It's 2:33 a.m. and this is like an XCN, XLM, hidden gem coin. We went down a rabbit hole for this one because we were first deep diving into XLM, which led us to XCN connections, which led us to a secret undercover gem connection. And this opportunity could literally be huge, 500x. And I'll show you that, and I'll show you the proof of receipts for that. So let's go into initially chain, because how this got brought up, we're in a chain peer-to-peer trade right now. And we are only doing peer-to-peer trades on coins that we believe in. It's not like we're going that crazy and going into Shiba Inu or Doge or like coins that aren't limited in supply. They're not solving a real world problem. Their token isn't necessary for the function of solving that problem. And the market opportunity is big. Like, that's why we're investing in XRP, clear utility. Chain has utility too, so I don't mind doing a peer-to-peer trade with Chain because of the connections that it has and the use case it's solving and the partnerships that it has and the team backing it has. So that's why we're diving into Chain. And for people that are in the XRP community that understand Interledger, if you haven't come across Stellar's Interstellar, which is basically the Interledger of Stellar, then this is going to blow your mind too. And this is how I got down the rabbit hole of the hidden gem that's a part of the ecosystem that I'm sure not many people have seen. So we're going to dive into that. So if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We're sending out video after video after video. There's more deep dives coming. We got Gala Games coming. We got Aqua, a part of the ecosystem of Stellar, coming. We got Stronghold, SHX, deep dive, part of the XLM ecosystem coming. We got our hidden gem coming. We got XLM, Chain, and they're all a part of this web. And I've really kind of went full circle with me. So we're going to dive into it now, because how it originally started down the rabbit hole was, yes, we're in the peer-to-peer trade with it, but also back around like 2018, 19, I used to see a lot of documents with Ripple and Stellar, and Chain was on it. So when Chainlink launched, I think it was like 2018, maybe around there, I thought that was the actual chain. But then in 2021, randomly, I was on coinmarketcap.com, and it was like perfect timing because they recently added Chain to CoinMarketCap. So it popped up here and I saw the logo and I saw the name and I was like, no way. They finally launched a token, and it was so under the radar, but I caught it early on. And that's when the ticker was CHN. And if you were part of Stargate back October 2021, we literally called it in the Discord. I'm sure it's still in there. As far as like immediately when it came out, it went from $1, $2 to over $100 in a matter of like a week or two, maybe a month. But we caught it around $7, wrote it to 50, or actually it was $80, $100. And actually, no, we caught it at $13. And then it went to $100 around 80 as well too, kind of floated around there for a very long time until they did a conversion. So now you had to kind of redeem your CHN for XCN, and the supply was inflated by like 100x or 1000x, something like that. So the price of the coin obviously dropped substantially when they did that conversion from CHN to XCN. So I heard about it earlier on. I ended up spotting it just out of luck when it came on CoinMarketCap, like September, October last year, when it was under the ticker CHN. And I've had my eyes on it ever since. It was actually a grand slam play back during that time when everything else was kind of stagnant or going into its initial bear market. So yeah, so that's how I went down the rabbit hole. And then I obviously hooked up the signals for it. And then I remember looking at the website and knowing that they were partnered with some notable people, and how they started around, this chain started around 2014. So you can see founded in 2014. They've been tied up working on this for a while behind the scenes working, you know. They're not out on the media airways just trying to hype a coin. They're in the back working around the round table. And that was in 2014, around the time Stellar was created, Ripple was created. And Chain raised over $40 million in funding from Khosla Ventures, Pantera Capital, Capital One, Citigroup, Pfizer, NASDAQ, Orange, and Visa. Huge, big behemoths in venture capitalists and obviously payments. And the NASDAQ, come on. So in 2018, Stellar acquired Chain to form Interstellar, right? So that's how this kind of went down the rabbit hole of leading to from a Stellar to a Chain to the next one that I'm going to show you, deep dive. So let's keep moving because it's a commercial arm of the Stellar Foundation. So in 2020, Chain was reacquired to continue its mission to build a more robust global financial system through blockchain technology. And Chain, let's take a look at what it's about. It's the bridge between your business and Web3. Enter the world of Web3 with access to leading blockchain software solutions. Bring your business into the new era of technology. We're reimagining the Web3 experience for brands across the globe who wish to get a head start in this revolutionary industry. So they're being that bridge to the traditional brands to enter into kind of this new reinvented way, you know, being a corporation and implementing some of these Web3 mechanisms and experiences to their customers, like NFTs, etc. So official Web3 partner, they got New England reppin', slapped across the front page. New England Patriots, Kraft Sports Entertainment, Gillette Stadium, New England Revolution, Patriot Place, Miami Heat as well too. And About Chain, they inspire brands ranging from retail and banking to sports and entertainment to kickstart their entrance into Web3. With a suite of end-to-end products, we have delivered blockchain solutions tailored to our clients' needs with our services reaching business entities across the globe. We establish our mission of creating a smarter, more connected economy. So I'll read more in a sec, but look at the partnerships. Tiffany & Co., NFTIF. Our latest high-profile client sold out their entire NFT collection in minutes while providing the CryptoPunks community with real-world utility. By utilizing Chain NFTs, we provided our client with end-to-end support from initial concept creation to final launch. Learn more about the strategic partnership that led to an instant sellout valued at over $20 million. Tiffany & Co. and CryptoPunks. Big names. Sequence, Chain Cloud, Chain NFTs, Enterprise. These are the services and solutions they offer. And Cloud's going to be big. And then Sequence being a fully customizable, immutable ledger that balances all your business transactions. Kind of like, I believe, Hyperledger Fabric, or there's the Bisu and all these other kind of subsets of it. Let me actually pull that up too and show you. So basically, Chain is like an equivalent to a Hyperledger, like a custom, build your own build your own like kind of distributed ledger, your blockchain solution, plug and play type stuff. If I go to distributed ledgers here for Hyperledger, you have the different subsets. So Hyperledger Bisu, which is Ethereum, Hyperledger Fabric. It's intended as a foundation for developing applications or solutions with a modular architecture. That's basically kind of what Chain's doing. And you have Aurora, Sawtooth, Indy, and they all utilize kind of different protocols, consensus protocols. But yeah, it's basically like Chain, a little bit of a plug and play. They announced partnerships with big big kind of brands in the traditional space, entertainment, banks, you name it. So they're doing sweepstakes for New England Patriots fans. I'm going to have to look into that. But move fast, break nothing with Chain.com. Our systems are built to meet the demands of our clients' businesses. We're a one-stop solution for all elements of the blockchain infrastructure, allowing you to plan and expand your business without spending too much time worrying about the underlying technology of your platform. Build on Chain. So 24/7, let's go down and let's look at XEN. Because XEN kind of reminds me of Quant. Like both of them, I believe, are used as a way to pay for like the fee or licensing fees to use Chain. Like it's incentives. You get like a 20% discount if you use Chain to pay for the services that they provide. I think for Quant, you can only pay with Quant for the licensing fees annually. So there's a need for that. Yeah, same kind of thing. And that's the difference. Like Chain and Quant, to a XRP and XLM, like XRP and XLM are more like supranational currencies, whereas chain and quant, I believe, are just like ecosystem, like an ecosystem utility token, rewards token, incentivization token. They're not really a supranational currency. Like, it's used for the platform at hand, whereas like XRP and XLM could be used as global money. So get rewarded by completing learning modules about chain. So you can earn chain on Coinbase. And yeah, see, chain token is the governance and utility token for the chain protocol designed to vote on protocol improvements in various community-driven programs. XCN is also utilized for discounts, premium access, a payment method for commercial fees on Sequence, and other chain ecosystem products. So just like I laid out right there, whereas XRP, XLM, supranational currencies. Then let's go to their product. They're just providing these different it's like a plug and play solution. So they take a traditional company or a bank or like a brand like the Patriots. They say, hey, how are we going to they get approached. I want to get into Web3. I heard it's the buzz. It's going to be the future. They kind of tailor a solution for that traditional company approaching them and offer a full end-to-end complete product idea, design, solution, the building out of it. And they can handle the infrastructure side, where maybe the business handles like kind of the marketing side of putting it out there. And then you see trusted by leading financial service firms, Visa, Pfizer, NASDAQ, State Street. We know the ties with State Street, MFUG, Capital One, Citi. Let's go down. So yeah, this is their step-by-step. Your partner from design to deployment. And this is such a needed product and service because a lot of traditional companies, small, medium, large, they're not knowledgeable on this stuff. So that's where the education factor and the actual technical white glove service, I like to call it, of them coming from the design study, prototype, the pilot, production, expansion, they help and implement and develop this stuff from start to finish for these traditional companies, getting them in. And that's what we need to see. We need to see these big institutions and traditional players enter the space, change the solution. So now that led me down the rabbit hole. So Interstellar, right? Before I go into Interstellar, big step for Visa B2B Connect, blockchain payments with FIS integration. We've seen a lot of stuff about FIS and how big they are. And Visa B2B Connect, of course, as well, too. I feel like I remember Visa or MasterCard building like a CBDC solution as well. But right here, 6 months ago, Visa made a big switch, moving the B2B Connect technology over to IBM and Hyperledger Fabric. The previous technology partner was Chain.com, which was acquired by Stellar. So this is where I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know that Chain was acquired by Stellar. And then they turned that into the Interstellar product. But then also remember the connections with IBM and IBM and WorldWire, and then Stronghold being tied up with the IBM too. So that's what led down the rabbit hole. So what I did was I went to Crunchbase and I looked up Interstellar. So right here, Interstellar is revolutionizing international payments to deliver faster, cheaper, more reliable global financial solutions. You got down here, 2017 founding date, founders, Adam Ludwin, Britt Young, Jed McCaleb. And then I did dig in on Jed McCaleb too. And those connections are crazy as well. Also known as Lightyear.io. But let me come up here because I went to, at this point, People. And then I saw this guy, James Wu. So then I looked up him and I got here and I was like, oh, he's working on a different crypto. So he was previously vice president of engineering June 2021. And then now he's the CTO of Velo Labs. He broke off from it. And then he's over there. So I clicked here and I came to this. And I was looking at blockchain-based financial protocol enabling digital credit issuance and borderless asset transfer for businesses. I was like, I like the way that they're talking here. It's the same kind of verbiage and everything that you see from the XDCs, the chains, the Ripples, the Stellars. And you saw Velo Labs, a software company revolutionizing the old correspondent bank system by creating a global settlement network. We are empowering financial institutions with blockchain-based and compliance-friendly solutions to move money across borders. Beautiful. And then I remembered seeing in a document something about Velo, and it was in one of my past videos. And I remember thinking it was related to CeeLo, because it kind of rhymed. But it turns out that it's totally different, and it's not tied up with CeLO, it's tied up with Stellar. And I really want to find that document because I feel like it was something with the European Bank, the ECB, or it was a big high-level document. So if anybody could look into Velo and something with CBDCs, something with the ECB, I believe it was recent. I know that. I have it faintly on my mind. But so then I was here and then I looked at their website and I was like, I'm liking what I'm seeing. So then I just real quick looked on CoinMarketCap Velo and I saw just how crazy this opportunity is as far as very low risk. I mean, your risk $100 to what potentially this coin could do, especially being tied up with Stellar, tied up with all the same people that have, Jen McCaleb created Stellar, created Ripple or XRP. And yeah, so him being involved with this, that's got me interested, and just the opportunity and just the risk outweighs. I mean, the reward greatly outweighs the risk. If we're looking back to 2021, because it seems like the token launched late 2020, it went up to $1.87. Right now it's at 0.002. We're talking about a Shiba Inu type opportunity trade, because I mean, Shiba was at 0.00 something and like a ton of zeros. This could easily go back to, I mean, even just the base here, we're talking 52 cents or say 50 cents. And right now it's at, even if we say 30 cents, so 0.003, let's round it up. So we're talking 100x just to get back to that base. That's crazy. $100 turns to $10,000, $1,000, $100,000. That's a type of come up that I'm sure a lot of people would love to be on, and risking that to potentially do that. That's why with these peer-to-pairs, we're making sure that we believe in the project and what they're doing. We're not just like blindly going into like Nuki coin or whatever it is, like all these meme coins that are just scams. No, we're getting into good projects, going pair to pair, trying to find gems. That's what we're doing. So if you like what you're seeing here so far, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because you're going to like what you're going to see next. When I go to Velo, first of all, I go all the way down and look who's shining face is on the advisors. Co-founder of the Stellar Development Foundation, Jen McCaleb, partner at Pandora Capital, founder of Signum Capital, economics professor at MIT, Carnegie Mellon, the University of Chicago, professor of computer science at Stanford, chief scientist of the Stellar Development Foundation, man. Our advisors. So obviously Stellar's deeply tied up with this. And then you have LightNet, Uni president, Signum Capital, and I can't read that right there. But yeah, I mean, then you go up and you're seeing cross-border payments, Velo FCX, a digital asset trading platform built and customized for the needs of institutional traders and retail investors. Its trading evolved. Velo Virtual Asset aims to democratize real estate development investments, an asset class typically out of reach for mom and pop investors. Velo is about ensuring everyone has access to the best financial solutions with the best experience at the lowest cost. Many aspects of today's financial services are based on outdated, slow legacy systems. At Velo, we're on a mission to revolutionize the world of financial services. We believe the transformational power of the blockchain is key. Our core product is a global, decentralized, and interoperable payments network that allows partners, businesses, individuals alike to instantly transfer value across the globe via an easy-to-use, secure, compliant system. Our technology has the potential to improve the lives of millions of people around the world by empowering the businesses that serve them with the future of remittance technology. So let's watch this video. Actually, let me just see if I missed anything. Next generation financial services powered by the blockchain. At Velo, we're on a mission to revolutionize the world of financial services. We believe the transformational power of the blockchain is key. Join the revolution right there. Let's watch the video because it gives you the Ripple vibes. It gives you that professional vibe that they know what they're doing. They have the backing, they have the connections, and they're going to make it happen. So let's go into that.
Have you ever tried to send money internationally? How can an industry worth over $700 billion be so fragmented, expensive, and slow? Introducing the Velo network. We are disrupting the international remittance market by enabling worldwide settlement. Our protocol enables trustless direct transfers using digital credits pegged one-to-one with any fiat currency. Here's how it works. Businesses become Velo trusted partners by completing a rigorous vetting process. Once approved, they can issue digital credits corresponding to any fiat deposit. This allows trusted partners to operate in countries where they don't have bank accounts or fiat currency deposits. Velo Labs isn't trying to replace the existing financial system. Rather, we are working with the existing stakeholders to improve what's already there. Leading the charge is the CP Group, one of the largest conglomerates in the world, and Velo Labs' biggest investor. We are also supported by world-class partners. Velo Labs simplifies international remittance by creating a bridge asset connecting the physical and digital worlds.
Boom, right there. Same verbiage. We see it, we know it, we can hear it. LightNet Group receives $50 million from LDA Capital to boost Velo's protocols technology. We're going to pull that up because I looked into LightNet Group too. You can really go down the rabbit hole, man. Let's look at the team. And we've seen that. We've seen the connections. Look at Visa, Stellar sitting right there pretty. And then what they said about this group right here, that's huge. Let's go and look at total supply. We're talking 24 billion, circulating only 5 billion. And its issuing price is at 5 cents. We're sitting at a big down. Where is it here? 5 cents. I mean, it's down like 80 or 90% from its open price. And yeah, we have definitely big opportunity with this. Given their use case, given the market size of their use case, given their connection, who's their advisors, who their funders are, the partnerships, it's very likely that this is very low risk, high reward. This is a come up. So let's go digging deeper because there was more on this. So I'm going to click on cross-border payments. So our core product is a global, decentralized, and interoperable payments network that allows partners, businesses, and individuals alike to instantly transfer value across the globe via an easy-to-use, secure, and compliant system, utilizing Interstellar. So remember, Interstellar is actually Chain's technology. They acquired the technology and turned it into Interstellar. So the problem we're addressing, many aspects of today's financial services are based on outdated, slow legacy systems. We all know this. We know the problem they're addressing. So introducing the Velo protocol. Protocol allows licensed financial institutions to create and exchange Velo digital assets pegged one-to-one to any local currency and backed by Velo tokens, which act as a secondary guarantee to ensure settlement of fiat deposits on the network. Business leveraging Velo digital credits can move value freely and efficiently cross-chain and cross-border in and out of any currency, utilizing Interstellar. Remember, X, which is chain. The Velo protocol components, Velo anchors, digital credit issuance mechanism. You have digital reserve system with a automatic rebalancing to make sure everything's back one-to-one. How does it work? You just love this. Same example, Alice, Bob. You know how the story behind that with Ripple and Bob Way, one of the first 10 employees or something like that. Alice needs to send some funds to her friend. Look at that. So this is to my recollection of thinking there was a Velo and ECB connection and remember seeing that a couple of weeks ago. Then I came across this and I was like, it's definitely the ECB they're tied up with. So if anybody can find that document, please let me know. But Alice needs to send some funds to her friend, Bob in the Philippines. She starts by sending euro to European Velo Anchor. The EU Velo Anchor can convert Alice's fiat one-on-one into a digital asset, VEUR. This VEUR can then be exchanged at market rate for any digital currency through the Velo ecosystem, in this example, VPHP, and sent across borders via the Stellar blockchain in 5 seconds or less. Once received in the destination country, the VPHP is then converted back to one-to-one to the local fiat by a local Filipino Velo anchor. Bob receives fiat PHP as soon as his local Velo anchor transfers them to his bank account. The benefits of the Velo protocol: faster, cheaper, secure, liquid, multiple liquidity sources. We're raising the standard for financial inclusion, mobility. I think that's the same video we watched. So let's now go to the next use case they're providing, VeloFinance.io. It's their multi-chain DeFi application with dedicated institutional features tailored both to retail and institutional investors. Velo order book decks on Solana, like they're opening up the floodgates here. Suite of functionality, so we might have to look into this for maybe some Stargate stuff. But look at the partners here. Look at the partners. Now let's go to the next one. FCX. So the evolution of digital asset trading. It's an industry-leading digital asset trading platform built and customized for the needs of institutions and retail. So liquidity pools trading, analytics, high yield stake, and collateralized margin trading. see in action. Let's just kind of pop this up real quick. I hate when you can't skip ahead. And then you see all the Stellar right there. So they're building like a VE. So it's going to be like a 4X platform built on Stellar in a sense. With other assets, it looks like too. That's sick. That's sick. So let's go to the next thing. Virtual asset. So virtual asset, token offering that is leveraged on blockchain technology, supported by a number of partners, including asset management companies that manage the actual assets and perform the role of an oracle to the project. So what is the Velo virtual asset token offering? The issuer is partnering with leading asset management companies, will provide secured financing to these asset management companies for onward deployment in assets. You got indirectly partake in various carefully selected high performing assets, variable rate of payment, motivation problem statement. Let's keep going. Benefits of participating, use case examples. So indirect participation in the real estate sector, underlying utility, the issuer will provide secured financing to an asset management company that owns and manages prime real estate property, indirect participation in DeFi, and it kind of breaks it all down. Partners, Kyber Network, Siva Bank, Stellar, affiliates, LateNet, Bidaza or something. Yeah, so it's looking good. It checks all the boxes. The smell check, it's good. Token on it, they got all that rating report, etc. Let's go to the actual token and then the ecosystem. We got it right there. So yeah, so checks out, right? You got big stuff here. And then now if we're going to look to bite the bullet on this, which I mean, it's at a 14 million market cap. 14 million to get the 140 million. That's a 10x. Its fully diluted market cap is an 8x or 7x from here. And right now it's just KuCoin. So basically KuCoin for us. Crypto.com exchange maybe too. But KuCoin has more volume flowing through it. So I'm going to take a stab. I'm going to, maybe put 500 bucks in, hope for it to play out, but I'm not going to like track it every day. It's more of like a throw the money in, take a look at it when the bull market's in full rage, and then hopefully walk away with a pretty penny there. Because just looking at this and throwing up even a chart real quick, like that is nuts. Like just so far down, like it's down 99.95% to it from top to bottom. Right now it's down 99.86%. I mean, throwing a couple $100 at this, especially with the backers they got and everything else, it could be the move. I'm just saying, I'm going to do it. Not financial advice, but it's just another kind of thing here that I'm looking at as far as if you don't have much money that you can stack in crypto, hitting these type of plays are massive for you. Like right here to here is literally 100x. If it were to revisit the all-time highs, we're talking a 700 times, or say like it just goes to right here, maybe retest the 786 or something. Let's do that. Let's go from top to bottom. So yeah, right to there, 40 cents. We're talking 138 times. 138 times. So $1,000, 100. Yeah, $1,000, 138,000. $100, 13,000. Like. So you can think about, what if it hits that level? Is it possible? Yes, it was there before. Are they a legit, providing use case? Yes, all this stuff. And then you could say, well, if it was out there before and more money is going to naturally come into the market over time, we might not be at a 3.3 trillion market cap. Maybe it's a 5 trillion, 6 trillion, 8 trillion, 10 trillion. I mean, for it to pull 100x, the market cap would be at 1.3 billion. I mean, that's nothing. So definitely in the cards, especially with the connections, and it's not on many people's radars. So it's on ours now, that's for sure. So it's on KuCoin. I have a KuCoin tutorial. If you need that, let me know. Join the Discord. I will send it to you. But now let's go into Chain, because I want to go into Chain a little more. We already know the price and the potential here. If we go to markets on Coinbase, but if we go into Chain, you have the same type of thing here. Like, this is the type of coins and projects I like to get into, where you have clean websites. They're tied up. They're giving that white glove service to the institutions. They have a use case. The market size is big, and yeah, everything like that. So let's see if I missed anything on here. So they have a brochure. This is it. So we're going to go into this. An introduction to Chain Enterprise. So if we come down here, Financial assets in a digital medium designed for currency, securities, and other issued financial instruments. Permission network access, role-based permissions for operating, accessing, and participating in a network. Immutable ledger, full stack security, reference data, transaction privacy, scalability, reliability, instant settlement. Federated consensus, designed for immediate transaction confirmation with absolute finality. That's the type of consensus mechanism that is a must if it's going to be on an institutional, scalable level here. Reimagine the financial system. Blockchain networks reimagine our financial system in a digital format. Participants on blockchain networks can perform all the same financial functions that they can today, transacting, custodying, issuing, creating, servicing assets. But instead of relying on third parties, participants execute these actions themselves directly to or with their counterparty. So like any financial infrastructure, blockchain networks depend on a purpose-built technology stack. Chain Enterprise is an enterprise-grade solution for participating in or operating a blockchain network. And they talk about some examples of the opportunities being enabled by Chain's technology: moving money internationally more quickly, transferring securities directly between asset managers, building a secure ledger for tracking assets across divisions of a large organization, creating a loyalty point system for a group of brands, issuing digital cards onto a network that can support multiple wallet vendors. Account control program defines the private key. Oh no, sorry, that's not nothing. But even coming up here that I miss, which is huge, in order to meet the security, governance, and scalability demands of the financial industry, we developed the Chain protocol in partnership. They developed it with leading institutions including Visa, Citigroup, NASDAQ, State Street, First Data, Pfizer, Fidelity, and many more, including Stellar Lumens. Like, I'm telling you, Chain is a whole different beast. It's slept on. And just like that undercover gem Velo is slept on as well too. And they're all part of this Stellar ecosystem. Interstellar, Interledger, right? It, like XRP, Ripple, Stellar, XLM, like they're one and the same. And they both are going to reach heights down the line here that are going to be unreal, because they're going to be these digital commodities, and they're going to have an ecosystem that are behemoths. So there really shouldn't be kind of any argument to that. Central bank issues native assets on a blockchain, and this is on Chain's document. Trusts, IOU assets, title assets, native assets. They have it all laid out for us here. Boom, right there. And just the fact that they've been working on this since 2014 shows me heavily connected. I wish I could find that PDF document. I saw that long ago too, showing, because it was a big one and it was just sold me on it back then. And so when I saw it on CoinMarketCap, the logo, I remembered, and I was like, boom, that's it. So yeah, that covers Chain. Let's go into Interstellar real quick, because what I want to cover, first of all, this Miami Heat partnership with Chain. But also Interstellar, I believe, is what underpins Zelle. And remember, the Zelle was down the other day. There's a whole like thing that went on right here. Man, like, I don't know who's sharing this. All I know is that I was around for this and I remember it. And, you know, just like Ripple, we know that they're here to stay. Same ingrained in my body I feel about Stellar because of everything I've seen in the past. So Zelle founder joins Interstellar as new CEO. Right there. Interstellar appoints Zelle founder. Zelle co-founder takes over Stellar startup as Ludwig joins Chain. Chain's in there. Love it. Adam Ludwig is stepping down as CEO of Interstellar to head a new spinout. His successor at the Stellar blockchain-focused startup is an ex-banker. Adam Ludwig is stepping down as CEO of Interstellar to head a new spinout. The company, which focuses on expanding the Stellar blockchain ecosystem, has named financial industry veteran Mike Kennedy its new CEO effective September 15th. Ludwig, who ran blockchain startup Chain before it merged with Lightyear.io to form Interstellar, will lead Pogo, an app-focused company targeting interoperability between mobile wallets. This is how I go on my deep dives. Now I'm like interested. Is there a Pogo coin or whatever? So that's how we go down the rabbit hole that never ends. This could be it. And this is how we find things ahead of time. Yeah, there we go. There we go. We just found another one. So now we got our eyes on it. But let's keep reading this. Dude, I love this stuff because you find so many opportunities that could have real world effect if you execute on them. We don't get execute, we execute. I'm telling you. His successor, Kennedy, co-founded Zelle, the mobile payments network owned by several large U.S. banks, and is the former president of the North America arm of global money transfer service OFX. Earlier, he worked 7 years at Wells Fargo in senior roles. In the blog post, Interstellar touted Kennedy's track record with Zelle, originally known as Clear Exchange, noting that JP Morgan, Chase City, and Bank of America used the service. Our success occurred was because we were solving a real world problem. Kennedy, who had been an advisor to the Stellar Development Foundation since 2017, in the post, with Interstellar, I see another opportunity to solve a real world problem. The guy that founded Zelle. International payments in particular are inefficient and expensive. While the Stellar Development Foundation has built what Kennedy sees as the best blockchain-based payments network, there are areas that need to be improved. This is where Interstellar comes in, he said, adding, "We will deliver these missing pieces of the puzzle to allow the Stellar network to achieve its potential, making international payments better for millions and millions of companies and end users." In a statement, Interstellar CTO and Stellar Protocol creator Jed McCaleb said that Kennedy's record of success founding and growing Zelle, his innovation in mobile payments, FX, and banking, and his history as a high-impact advisor to Stellar make him the perfect fit to lead Interstellar. Boom, right there. So according to, or moving forward, Ludwin will oversee Pogo, which has been in stealth development. Now it's on our radar within the Interstellar ecosystem for some time. The spinout will look to connect different types of mobile wallets worldwide. Pogo is an example of the kind of application that Stellar is uniquely positioned to support, thanks to the network's ability to create low friction, high liquidity, real-time corridors for FX settlement between financial entities. I look forward to collaborating closely with Kennedy and the team to leverage the world-class infrastructure Interstellar continues to build for the Stellar ecosystem. Adam will be running Pogo, and a number of the people he brought with him for Chain, not all of them, but a number of them will be working with him there. Man, I got to make these videos private because now you're going to start to see everybody else say, "Oh, I found this Pogo, oh, new jam alert, Chain, Pogo, Velo." Man, I'm going to start making these private. This is going to be for the VIPs. This is too leveled up. I can't. Wow. Okay. So we got that. That just explains it all. I mean, there's so much in there that I just feel like I have to end it off on that. And this is going to be a part 1. And I'm going to get cooking up on part 2 because this video is already long and there's just so much to kind of sponge up and take in off of this. And let me know if you find that document for Velo in the ECB. I'm going to look for it too. If I find it, I'll share it in the Discord. So come join the Discord if you haven't already. We're going to keep chugging along here. We're up, baby. We ain't sleeping. We don't get execute. We execute. That's what we're doing at Stargate. So subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to get updated in real time with all these videos we're putting out. Because pretty soon here, I'm thinking we may have to put these deep dives on private mode for the VIP members getting that white glove service. These are just too fire, and we just found multiple gems live here. So I hope you enjoy. If you appreciate it, leave a comment. Let me know what other coin you want me to deep dive next. I think I'm going to deep dive Gala as well too. I think that's I'm going to go on record saying that's a blue chip. It's going to be the top metaverse gaming type entertainment coin that outperforms the most for sure. And we're already seeing the signs of that. So I'll see you guys in the next video.